Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 4 out of 5 out here at the 2024 PDGA Pro World Championships presented by Zuka. It's our last major of the year. It's moving day. We're feeling it. We're seeing some nerves out here. Also, I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
We're not nervous.
We are not.
Booth.
Yeah, the day is done. Ivy Hill. Thank the Lord. But you guys are getting to watch the action here on the last 9 holes.
We're seeing a lot of birdies out here. 5 down on the entire day was the best round we saw in round 2, our first round at Ivy Hill. Natalie Ryan currently at that number already through 9 holes. She's 5 down. Holyn, Handley, and Eveliina battling at the top. Holyn has her by a stroke. Kat Mertsch still hanging in there. She's 2 down, playing well. A lot can happen. Do you think the back nine's easier or harder?
I was about to say, I don't want to call the front 9 easier, but I do think it is.
I think the back 9, you get more big numbers.
Yeah, yep, totally.
Hole 10's a par 4, 834 feet. Really fun tee shot, a little bit wider fairway than we have seen OB on both sides, obviously. A little bunker that can come into play if you aren't too careful. Second shot, you are, at least they are, carrying across a narrow pinch point of OB and trying to get a putt for 3. 834, but honestly, anyone in the field can get it. So it probably plays closer to, what, 650?
Yeah,
675?
Yeah, 675, 700. The challenging part is the angle here. Mm-hmm. Holyn doing a really great job of trusting this disc. There was a little bit of a headwind today, so I saw a lot of people turning discs over and flying OB right. There's also a bunker that Holyn is clear. Mm-hmm. Is this going to happen again?
Don't do it. Stop.
What is happening?
I mean, so far it's helpful, but like it can go harmful very quickly. This is
this is crazy.
This is
Oh
no!
Oh my
She's
gosh.
OB deep. What the heck is right? What on earth just happened? Where did she even take that?
So the people that it just went through is the gallery for the card in front of them. Just to be clear, crowd control is a little bit wild on the course. There's
250 feet past the normal landing zone.
There's a lot of spectators out here, not a ton of people doing crowd control. That should never happen on the course, but it did. And yeah, it looks like she's all the way at the very bottom by the pinch point.
She is. So Eveliina with a good tee shot is even with the bunker. And that's what I'm saying. Holyn's like 200 plus feet past that.
Yeah, that was one of the longest rollaways I've ever seen. It might be the longest rollaway I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would love confirmation on that statistic. Kat with a really nice aggressive tee shot. No
way.
Oh no.
No way.
Come on.
No.
What are we watching? What are we?
Is this real?
And she curls up. And that's going to be... I like that they just had a full conversation while it was rolling.
I have never seen anything like that.
2 in a row? That should be a really easy birdie for Kat Mertsch and a really easy par save for Holyn.
My mind's blown.
Natalie with a really great looking tee shot. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
No way.
No way.
Okay.
No, it's going to check up. Okay. I feel like they could have eaten a full snack in the time that those discs were rolling away.
Made a toasted sandwich and eaten it.
Little panini, you know?
Panini press.
Yeah. Nice shot from Eveliina.
Eveliina playing the hole a little bit more normally.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that Eveliina didn't go bigger, but it makes sense, especially seeing that second shot. Okay, so you see where they just threw from. And now look how far down the hill both Kat and Holyn are. Those rollaways were absolutely wild.
A lot of people's second shots are going out of bounds where that spotter is on the right side. Mm-hmm. And these are their first shots, their tee shots. Unbelievable. I literally took my second shot from OB right here.
We don't have to compare.
I just want them to know how impressive this is.
I like that Holyn still just tried to birdie it. I feel like it says more about you than it does about Eveliina for birdie.
Yeah.
There we go. That's kind of her first good hit of the day. Hopefully she can take that and gain some confidence on this back nine.
And it was right after she got a good laugh. Everyone got a good chuckle after these rollaways.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Natalie with the left-handed putt on the short ones. Love that party trick.
Yeah, she'll do it from like bullseye's edge. It's wild. Holyn, the only par on the card.
Definitely the longest drive.
Perhaps still confused.
Another chase card check-in here with Kristen Tatar on hole 11, the following hole.
Mm-hmm. A lot of hazard on this one. It's one of the few times you can throw mid-range if you want, but you see a lot of fairway drivers as well. She's carrying over this hazard, which ends at those hay bales.
She hit the basket.
I feel like I heard a little...
I heard a little ching.
A little tick.
Landing the perfect angle to not have to worry about putting back towards the hazard.
And connecting. Looks like Kristen has had one double bogey, but otherwise a lot of birdies on this round.
Still a tie at the top here from Eveliina and Holyn.
Yeah, now a tie for sure. After that birdie.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, currently,
Yeah.
freshly a tie.
Well, I mean, it was a tie earlier, so.
Hole 11, we just watched Kristen play. It's 327 feet, but downhill plays more like 280?
282.
Yep. I like the exact measurements we have here in the booth using our highly efficient tools.
Yeah, there's an algorithm, actually.
Yeah. There's an out of bounds hazard on the deep side. So you want to make sure you come in not too hot. It's not safe back there. Hazard is fine.
I like this spiky angle from Eveliina with the slower speed disc. Cool shot.
A little bit of a tester putt, though. Elevated coming back towards that hazard. Cat putting it just so wide.
Very wide. She could be in bounds. There's a lot of room over there by that tree, but makes for that scary putt back towards the hazard from, what, at least 45 feet, maybe 50.
It doesn't seem like Cat was even messing around with trying to go to the basket.
She never messes around.
Natalie really good at these more spiky shots.
Coming up just short. Hopefully an easy putt for the par.
Might be just leaning on the hay bale.
Holyn sending it out wide. Getting some nice fade. Probably going to be... Oh, I thought it was plenty of distance. She comes up short.
It's really impressive how you can feel so good about your shot and then you just are on the hay bales.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is so fun.
It seems like our lead card players loosening up. They look a little less tense than on the front nine, but
yeah, they needed some giggles.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Still, like, you can see how every single hole can just go wrong so quickly.
Wow.
And then go right again.
What a nice putt from Holyn to save par.
Holyn never wanted to take one of those deep sighs. She just has a lot of facial expressions instead.
Ooh, good comeback putt from Kat. After a little roll away, it's not bothering her.
Eveliina for birdie. There she is.
Yeah, back-to-back great putts from Eveliina.
To take the solo lead still.
Eveliina was one of only 10 birdies today. Whew.
And with some decent tee shots, Eveliina the only one to connect on the birdie putt there. Great save from Holyn, but...
I know, were they all inside the circle? Besides Kat, but yeah.
Natalie moves back to 6 down. which theoretically would be the course record, right? 5 down's the best we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 12 is a downhill par 3, 491 feet. Really difficult hole. It's the same tee pad, the same basket as the men. This kind of rougher area, if you will, on the right is the inbounds area. You can see how it's staked before that little culvert. There is a hazard area in the short ball golf fairway. If you land there, obviously you take it from there. If you never cross in, you go to the drop zone. If you cross, you can take it from where it last went in bounds. This one, you see a lot of this where you're just never quite getting it to go towards the basket, and then you fade, and it never really has a chance. The other mistake is going too far into the trees. Eveliina, I'm not sure if she ever crossed. We'll see.
Yeah, it's so hard to push the tree line as hard as you need to. Wow, Kat just looking like a surgeon here with this hyzer flip shot.
Did you teach her how to grunt like that? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it.
She was a good one. Run it back and listen. That
was so good.
Gorgeous shot. Let's see it again. Wait, listen.
Yeah, that was like a little snarl.
Yeah. And it pays off. And that's such a good shot because she was never pushing out of bounds either way on either side. It's amazing.
Throwing it that straight for that long downhill is so impressive and so difficult. Yeah, is right.
This is some crazy height.
Yeah.
Most women throwing down. Too high. Yeah, and Natalie throwing up.
She's always looking at the sky.
She's going to be in the hazard. Not great, but it's better to be in that hazard than have to go to the drop zone. And here's what I was talking about, where you maybe push that right side a little too hard. If you catch those branches, it's very rare that you land in bounds.
Little tree love there from Holyn's disc.
Eveliina from the drop zone. This is a touchy little approach. It's not a gimme.
Wow, Eveliina with
this
the walk
is a gimme.
Yeah, she just does. She doesn't even watch it. She's just like, yeah, that's great.
That's sick.
She's bringing a little different attitude today.
She is. Holyn kind of juicing it. Classic Holyn.
Old Holyn.
Old Holyn. You're right. You're right.
Checks up just before the out of bounds line, deep. Natalie from the hyzer. From the hazard.
She kind of high. This is kind of a hyzer. She's gonna leave that pretty short, actually. And kind of back-to-back unforced errors there. It's gonna be a double. Cat for birdie. No.
I like that she's just letting it roll off her back.
Yeah, you saw yesterday she definitely let the frustration get to her a little bit more.
There was a lot more frustrating things happening.
You're right. But even that putt, I feel like yesterday would have had a totally different response.
Whew. Snuck that one in for the double bogey. There was only 5 birdies on hole 12 today. It was the 4th most difficult hole. That's an impressive birdie in my opinion.
Once again, a tie at the top. Eveliina and Holyn just trading that lead back and forth. 18 down, both 1 down on the round.
Official merchandise of the 2024 PDGA World Championships. A wide array of apparel items and gear celebrating the biggest competition in the sport. Shop the entire collection on shopledgestone.com.
Hole 13, the longest carry to inbounds that we have on the course. It's 639 feet, but this shot is about 300 feet at the corner and gets further and further away as you move right, which is to the deep side of that landing zone area. This is a really difficult birdie. Your first shot has to be very far and to the right side of the fairway in order to line you up with your second shot. High ceiling, low floor type of a situation. And you have to come in with a lot of power going uphill to this green.
When I played here, it was a windy day. It was nice and calm here, which was fantastic. And we're not going to see the same kind of struggles we're going to see from earlier cards. All of these ladies should be able to get in bounds pretty easily, but that second shot is no joke.
There was a little bit of wind that picked up as the day moved on. It was kind of a left to right, maybe a little bit head, but mostly left to right. You can see Holyn trying to kind of rush through the shot there. This is a nervy one, especially when the breeze picks up, and we just haven't had to practice with it.
Man, it was so much worse day one, I'm telling you.
Really?
It was really bad. It was like a full, headwind, maybe slight right to left, at least 10 miles per hour, but it doesn't really matter. They're definitely feeling a little bit of wind out there, and Holyn, it mostly just seems like the nerves are getting to her. Eveliina well in bounds.
Natalie trying to birdie this one, going way right. That is a very high-risk shot. Oh, it's a huge skip off the cart path.
Holyn from the drop zone. I wonder how aggressive she's going to get. This is ridiculously far.
Yeah, I like this shot here, just kind of trying to get up to that tree. Most players know that that drop zone is not an attainable recovery. I want to say...
Tree 50.
More than that.
Tree.
For the drop zone?
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's like 400.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the uphill, 400, 425.
So now you're a distance guy all of a sudden.
No.
Okay.
Well, I went to the drop zone today, so I have some facts.
Cat Mertsch gets under that ceiling and is actually inside the circle for the rare birdie. Eveliina looked like a good shot. She catches a branch. Pretty rough break. I think there was only, I want to say 3 birdies on this from this pool in round 1.
Yeah,
not very many.
Again, only 3 today. Still, it's the 11th most difficult hole, middle of the pack, question mark?
Yeah, you can see even with Natalie's phenomenal drive, she's having trouble navigating that high ceiling.
Ooh.
Wow, Holyn, really pretty floaty run trying to save the par.
Eveliina with the chance to take another stroke here.
Good bid.
Yeah, right on line.
Natalie for one of those birdies. Comes up short.
See if Kat can be the only one on our lead card.
There we go.
Yes, she can. The only other birdies on the day were Maria Oliva and Paige Pierce. Maria was on my card. It was circle 1 putt. Very impressive.
Holyn with a bogey there. Another lead change.
And a smile. Cat Mertsch jumping up over Natalie with that birdie. Still 4 strokes back from the lead.
Hole 14, a par 5, 850 feet. You can take this kind of inside route the drone is flying or go to the right of the tree. There's an, I believe, optional drop zone if you don't land safe. Second shot, you're just trying to get as far down here as you can. Third shot, you want to maybe try to get up this comically steep hill and hope you stick. We've seen rollaways. We will see more. This is, look at this. Look at this angle. You cannot really reliably land there or lay up there. Distance-wise, not that hard. But yeah, just land safe. Let's see how Kristen attacks it from chase card.
It's weird. This hole, I love the tee shot so much. I think
too.
it's such a cool tee shot. And then you turn the corner, I'm like, God, this is the worst hole ever. It goes from like the coolest to like,
yeah, it's just a bad green.
Yeah.
Really good shot from Kristen, getting way up there on the left side here. And she's close enough where she can throw slow speed, which is great. Has a higher chance of sticking on the hillside.
Wow.
Awesome. You just never know. So many of those are going to pick up and roll. Look at this ankle.
Yeah, she's in a really wide straddle, still putting downhill at it. It shows a lot of finesse that she was able to put her approach shot up in the grass instead of trying to kind of chunk one in on the stairs or where the rocks are.
Yeah, and she matched the angle as well as you can. She really maximized her chances of sticking. Kat Mertsch up first after that highlight birdie on hole 13. She's taken the right side of the tree I mentioned. Gotta be careful. You can find deep if you throw too far. She's in a good spot.
Eveliina going
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool shot.
Ooh, Natalie also trying to go inside route. You're able to bite off so much more of the fairway. I think that shows the intention to run this birdie potentially.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Seems like a really high risk to take if that's not your plan.
All right, how far is it from there, wise guy?
I don't know.
Holyn taking the outside on a nice steep hyzer angle, but you can see the advantage of taking the inside, riskier route. Holyn's probably 50 feet back of Eveliina and Natalie.
Ooh, that's a beautiful shot from Kat. Really trusting the disc. Not scared of the OB at all.
Really nice shot. And she'll have the option to attack if she wants.
Holyn, not getting too crazy here, keeping it nice and in the middle. Golfing.
Eveliina up next here. Love the power she puts behind this. And a little flirty. Just a little.
Yeah, golfing as well, but plus 40 feet.
Just flirtier. And Natalie far enough where she can... if she went a little bit more left, this is great distance. It would definitely lessen the stress on the final approach. Still a great shot.
Holyn looking focused. This was a bit of a headwind here.
I like that she's keeping this pretty dang flat. And it checks up nicely.
So good.
Similar play to Kristen where she's landing a little bit more on the left side, higher up on the hill where there's less rocks to hit. Kat with more angle, but checks up.
Man, really figuring out these approach shots.
I mean, they're so much closer. A lot of the
True.
field throwing faster discs that are going to have a higher percentage chance of rolling away. But even Eveliina, like, that looked great. There was nothing wrong with that.
Oh, come on.
And yeah, like, it could go OB right now. It doesn't, but it's outside circle 2, and that looked like just as good of an approach shot as the others.
Oh,
It's
my
okay,
gosh.
Eveliina. It's not you, it's the green.
It's such a terrible design feature.
Natalie taking out a rock, but checking up. Eveliina from 80-ish feet or so.
Another throw in hope. This one sits down.
Yeah, that was a really good approach. Gave it a little chance. Lands nice and flat. Kat Mertsch for birdie.
Yeah. Dialed. This looks wild.
Holyn for birdie. And I feel like the way that they're walking like really highlights
It's so
what
sketchy.
we're talking about. Like it's not just steep, it's
like scrambling.
treacherous.
It's like scrambling a scree field. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I love a good scree field.
That's a weirdly hard putt. Eveliina is good for the par.
3 birdies on that hole. Out of how many on the day?
12.
Wow.
Still middle of the pack hole. It's so crazy.
And still a tie up at the top, huh?
Yes. Still. Moving on to hole 15. You have, again, cross inbounds. The tee pad is out of bounds. I like a forehand here off the tee, but if you're trying to birdie this thing, you got to go big backhand turnover. Hopefully not turning it too much. Ideally, you want to land more left on the fairway because the right side really brings these big bubbly teeing surfaces into play, and it makes it a lot more difficult to go for it because you have to angle the nose of your disc so steeply up. It's hard to cover a lot of ground. Once you get the tee shot in bounds, the rest of the hole's pretty straightforward. It's just really important to get that tee shot in bounds.
Wow, that's Kristen's second shot, and she's getting pretty close to circle 2 there. I think she's maybe only 100 feet away.
It does get a little weird here by the green. Those 2 trees and how steeply sloped the green is, you do see a good bit of rollaways.
Ooh, Kristen's sneaking just on the inside of one, and look at it still try to pick up. Flopping around over there. Kristen looks to be having a really solid round here. 4 down through the last 6 holes. Kat Mertsch up first. Showing us that big flexing backhand shot that looks like too much turn.
It sure is. See where they give her the mark.
She'll have the slightest chance of saving par, but it's very unlikely. That looks like a huge shot, great power, but also maybe too much turn.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
Oh. I kind of like the approach of just biting off as much as possible.
I guess. I don't know. You said you have to go backhand, backhand to birdie it, and I don't think you do.
Well, if you have this kind of forehand.
No, I think even with a regular forehand, you can. You just need a really good second shot. Regardless, good shot from Holyn. Eveliina showing us her forehand, which I feel like we see less these days. But she sure got it, doesn't she? Eveliina up first, going backhand over this, what'd you call it, bubbly teeing area?
Yep, right, throwing right at OB.
Ooh.
That's where things get weird.
She checks up nicely. Might have some awkward footing, but she doesn't have that much ground left to cover. Holyn heading straight towards that out of bounds area where it pinches right there, although I think she managed to check up. Maybe roll.
That looked like it was out of bounds. Huh.
It did. I think she's confused too. Kat throwing 3 after the OB, heading towards that same area of out of bounds. Oh, she tricked me.
Yeah, just a little short of it. She tricked me too.
I think she tricked herself.
Natalie right on the edge of that exact same OB area.
I like this dead silence we were hearing. Yeah. Crickets. Kat throwing 4. Gosh, she is so good at that shot. She almost threw one of those in earlier this week. man, that one looked dead center, just a little low.
Do it. Come on.
Woo!
There you go, Evan.
Eveliina trying to ring it up with her own forehand and checks up nicely. Oh no. Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
she's in bounds.
Leaning on the stake. Just a quick little chip shot up to the green.
Or a putt. Little floaty putt. I like all these little floaty runs. They're my favorite.
Natalie definitely on the putting green.
So uphill though.
This played as the easiest hole of the day. That's
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
This place perplexes me.
This is fun. I like whatever Kat's doing. I like this.
Really just melting into her environment.
Yeah. She could have marked it, but I like that she just went awkward.
There was
Toe out.
22 birdies and 1 eagle today from Paige Pierce.
Oh, cool eagle. Wow. I was wondering if we'd see that on this one.
Half the field birdied it. That is blowing my mind. Ooh, look at that forehand form.
And still a tie up at the top.
Kirsten Tatar now with the hot round at 6 down through 15.
Disc graph built for flight. Built for flight.
Hole 16 is a par 4, 731 feet. You're teeing from out of bounds. If you go the backhand route, you're kind of carrying OB for a while before you're landing this short landing zone here. No one I've seen is trying to go across that left side fairway with that hazard is nothing. No one will ever go there. You're trying to lay up, then go across on your second. If you lay up kind of on the right side of the fairway, there's some really big and dense trees on the left side of our screen now that can catch you and drop you. So I like to finish to the left side and then attack. I like the sidearm a lot.
Yeah,
I wish I practiced this. I think it's the smarter play.
Yeah, I agree. It's easy to stay safe as well, especially if you try to push something really straight. Like Erika said, being on the farthest part or the leftist part of the fairway allows you to open up that second shot so much. You can get way more aggressive instead of trying to work a turnover shot. You can see Eveliina going as far straight and left as she can.
Definitely a little shorter than most of the field would like, but Eveliina has enough power to still get across on the second, probably without having to worry too much. I think a lot of the field is trying to push that OB edge to make the next shot easier. Our lead card really not trying to get crazy here.
Yeah, they're not worried about getting up and down, I guess.
Cool. Natalie with kind of, I would say, a more typical line, throwing it out straighter, pushing that out. That's a more typical landing zone.
While my card was on this hole, it went from a tailwind to a headwind, literally during the hole. It was very weird.
Okay. Cat gonna be about, we'll call it 50 feet away, looking at a long birdie putt.
Eveliina definitely has a good amount of ground to cover here.
What a rip, though.
It's so hard to access this basket because you don't have room to push the right side as much as you would like, and then the hill slopes downhill to the left. So Eveliina landing in a spot where a lot of competitors are, right on the edge of circle 1 or oftentimes out into circle 2.
You can see how these trees are a bit more in the way for Holyn than they were for her competitors, usually requiring more turn on the disc. Holyn goes right at the basket, doesn't quite turn it as much as she might like. She's going to end up outside circle 2, but safe, easy par. Natalie really in a prime position, closer to the OB line, far enough left that she can kind of shape something, although she doesn't really do it.
Yeah, doesn't mess with it.
Surprising.
Wow, you've been throwing it more safe than Holyn. She has a full forehand approach. Comes in a little hot.
Yeah. Has to earn that par.
This is right when that wind really starts picking up. You can definitely feel it.
And hear it. Look at that flag go.
Saw a good amount of nervy shots here. It's like you forget. Oh, shoot. I forgot how to play in the wind, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's been lovely. What is this?
I forgot what this is like.
Cat for a birdie.
Ooh. See if Eveliina can get that one birdie on the lead card.
And try to take the solo lead again. No. Natalie, test her here for a par save. Just inside the circle.
Oh, man. Band and chains.
And bummer to take a bogey when she had the best drive of the group.
There were 4 birdies on hole 16 today. Great birdies. Paige Pierce, Emily Weatherman, Silva Saarinen, and Paige Shue. .64% of the field parring this one. So this is just one that you got to get your par and move on.
Checking back in now with Haley King ahead on hole 17.
Oh, yeah.
She's going for it. Very few people do
Air
this.
shot.
Oh, cool.
Come on.
Listen to that crowd.
Haley celebrating as well.
a lot of spectators posted up on this hole to watch the entire FPO field play it, and very few people went for it, let alone successfully landed and parking this island green.
That was unbelievable.
Haley can't believe it either.
So much shock on her face.
Looks like Kristen Tatar shooting really hot 6 down right now.
Here's the hole we just watched. Most players not going for it. They're going to this little island of safe area right here, short of the pond, and then chipping across on their second shot, just playing for par. It's a difficult little approach shot, though. The OB line comes up very quick on the backside of the green, and the low ceiling provides like a really nice guardian to this green. You have to just come in low, flat, and soft. A really touchy shot. Holyn, really great at throwing accurate distance shots. She's just laying it up.
Ooh, aggressive layup. Makes the next shot easier.
Looks like Eveliina just lining up the layup as well.
Yeah, going standstill. Very common play here. Maybe juices on?
Oh, man. No spotter on the hole.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait and see.
We'll see. To me, there's nothing worse than ruining the safe play. I should have gone for it.
Mm-hmm.
Classic disc golf. Kat Mertsch with a really nice layup, not messing around. It sounds insulting, but it's a real compliment. Really nice layup.
Is Natalie going for it?
Going? Yeah, but Heiser. I haven't seen this.
Maria tried this today.
Ooh, that might be OB deep.
I
think she's in the corner.
She's in. Oh, there's a spotter.
Come on.
Actually, this guy was working really hard. Yeah. Thanks for being out here.
Yeah, no spotter on the short side.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
No, this guy was incredible.
He was good.
He also had great stories.
What a flag wave. What a cool shot. Just pure Spikeiser.
Kat grabs her head. I think everyone does when they're throwing the shot. They're like, oh no. Oh, okay, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you either have to feel like you're almost shorting it, or you think you're going to park it and then you're nearly OB deep. There's no in between. Oh no. Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's fine.
Eveliina looks like she stayed. Oh, no, she didn't. Did she?
Yeah, it looks like she did.
She did. She's just by the drop zone. Okay, cool. Natalie for the rare birdie. Dang.
Yeah, you better count your money.
Cat Mertsch in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a Kickstarter to raise funds so I can get a microphone so I can personally mic up Cat Mertsch.
I think you would have no problem raising money for that.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that audio, but it's going to be exciting.
We're going to release it to the funders.
Well,
Oh, wait,
obviously,
that's how
but
it
I'm saying how, in what capacity,
okay.
overlaying what kind of,
Yep.
it's not just going to be normal.
No.
It's going to be weird.
There's going to be like a part that's definitely a music video.
Yeah.
A
You
part
get it.
Definitely
Okay.
where she's talking to animals.
Like you see where I'm going.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Really impressive drive from Natalie Ryan. Not quite able to get the birdie, but still so cool to watch. Let's wrap things up.
Hole 18 is a par 5, 814 feet. You need to cross this OB Creek and then stay kind of either on the right side. Okay, so here you can see the first landing zone. That's the aggressive landing zone. That's what we're going to see our competitors try to get to. Second shot, you're trying to get up to those teeing areas and hopefully open up the way to go way up this final hill and get a putt. Easier said than done. It's a low ceiling situation. There's kind of a tunnel over OB on the right side, or if you go out to the left, it just increases the distance. Let's just forget about all of that and see what these tee shots do, though.
Yeah, this is definitely an aggressive play. It's a play I wish I could do because I think it takes a lot of the trouble out of it.
Yeah.
It is risky because you have to make sure your disc flips up.
Yeah, you
But
can
it's
see.
it's a much bigger landing area.
Yeah, you can see Holyn stoked with that one. This was a sneaky headwind. You couldn't feel it very much on the tee, and then as soon as you got out there, you were like, oh, there it is. Cat Mertsch in trouble here, I think.
Kick it in. Yeah.
Kick it in.
These tee shots are so impressive. A lot of the mid-level players forced to land in a kind of a pinch point there just after the bridge. It's only about 30 feet wide at most. Natalie,
Down the hill. No chance.
Yeah, hanging out wider, but actually OB on that deep side. I like that she was trying to go safer. It's a bummer that didn't work out. Here's Eveliina with a really nice aggressive play.
get on the cart path. Yeah.
Ooh, baby. There she is. She
There
got
she
a
is.
cookie. Natalie trying to get this to turn and end up on this flat area so she has good footing. Yeah, so good.
That's amazing.
She can go forehand or backhand from there most likely. I've never been that far, so I don't even know.
All that hill on the right side is OB to the right of the cart path. Main priority is just landing on the flat.
Cat
Coming in hot.
Yeah, a little bit of a slip, and she's in the flat, but might be too pinched to go for it on the next one.
Go for the green?
Yeah, if you go a little bit farther up that flat area, you can. I think she's a little too far right. Like, Holyn can go for it from there. Easy. It's not easy, but it's open.
Yeah.
This is Evelina's drive. Look, she's going to get past his cart path. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's where a lot of competitors' third shots are landing.
That's the third shot. Cool.
Cat throwing four, trying to save a par here. So difficult to do. You can see she has so much power and still not quite in the circle.
Yeah, right out of her hand, she said. That's so short. Whoops. This hill is just ridiculously steep.
Yeah, gotta be the third steepest. second steepest?
I think second
steepest. I like this game.
Yeah. Based entirely in reality.
Anecdotally. Holyn's third.
That's great.
Yeah.
Center cut in circle 1.
Just a bit of a putt to make for that birdie. Trying to maintain her 1-stroke lead over Eveliina, who can hopefully put this close. Just take a nice, easy birdie.
Oh. Okay. You can see Eveliina kind of, when she pushes onto her plant foot, she like falls backwards. Like it's so hard to plant on these steep hills.
Natalie trying to save par. Gonna come up short. She just collapses a little bit on the hill.
After walking up that hill, you're like, wait, I'm supposed to push a disc up too?
Yeah. You're like panting a little bit, trying to look composed for the gallery. Yeah!
Come on,
What
Kat.
a par save. And Kat Mertsch 3 down on the back 9. Some really great golf here. Look at that focus. That's one of my favorite slow messes of the entire year.
The fact that it does that like on the front side of the cage up the hill and still rolls in is unreal. That's some stuff you only see from Kat Mertsch. Holyn finishing out with a birdie.
And Holyn, you know, she not a bad round, and she's still in the lead, obviously, but she did look nervy. She left a lot out there. I wonder if we'll see her. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, Eveliina finishing out with style as well. 1 stroke back from Holyn. Those were 2 of only 6 birdies on the day on this hole. And our 2 leaders are going to get it. That's wild.
Amazing. And Eveliina really cleaning up her putt and staying in striking distance there in the back. Natalie with a really hot start, not able to hold on to it in the back 9. Might still, let's see. Let's just see. I think she might have made our lead card. Might be the same exact lead card, actually.
It sure is going to be.
Wow.
They held on.
Kristen Tatar 6 down, the best round we've seen out here. She's 1 stroke back of Natalie, 9 strokes back of the lead. Interesting moving day.
Yeah, 4 down for Missy Gannon, coming back on this day, shooting up into chase card. Looks like being under par was very exciting out here. A lot of people in our top 20 shooting 7 over. We see a 5 over, a 9 over, 6 over. This course is hard.
Believe us.
Especially on day 4. All these are the most talented players in the world this week and struggling out here. We still have to do it one more day though here after moving day and cut day. See you guys tomorrow again at Ivy Hill for round 5 where we will crown a world champion.
Oh boy.
I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.